Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Stick around a while. We like to have fun here. Hey, this video is going to be on fucking a depressing topic, but an interesting one nonetheless. And this is going to be what it feels like to overdose on fentanyl, what it feels like to die. So, I've actually had quite a few near-death experiences throughout my life. I was in two very serious car accidents. I was hit by a car as a pedestrian walking as well. Shattered my arm. If you watch my stories, that's how I got into opiates to begin with. So those are just three. There have been others as well, but a lot of them involving drugs and just whatever. But this was actually the closest I ever came to dying, and I actually was basically dead. So it was fucking awful, tragic, and I don't wish this on anyone, but this is my story. So I had relapsed, and I had been using benzos at the time, quite a bit of them. I had been ordering them online, so I was getting liquid. They're really strong, and I was basically just like drinking the shit like water. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, okay? And when you're on a lot of benzos and you're not making good judgment, I decided, hey, let's start shooting dope again too, because why the fuck not, right? Genius ideas. So it was the first bag I got, man. I went down, I picked up a bag in the sketchiest way possible, went down to these train tracks in the ghetto down by where I lived, found somebody, bought a bag. It was like two bags. So I did one of them, basically almost nodded off right there and probably fucking died. But they gave me a hit of crack, so I took the crack, took the hit of crack, and it kind of brought me back a little bit and whatever. And I was able to make it home. I drove home, barely. So I get back home and I pass out, and now it's the next day. And I'm supposed to. Sorry, that was just a phone call. My bad, everybody. So this is the next day now. Woke up and I had the one bag left, and I decide, fuck it, I'm gonna do this bag. So I go in the bathroom, I put the shower on, and the last thing I remember, man, was like loading the syringe. And now literally the next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed. And I had no idea what happened, right? When I came to, I was like yelling for the nurse. I was like, hey, what the fuck? Like, where am I? What's going on? I literally had no idea, because that's how fucking out I was, like how close I was to death. And finally she told me, she's like, you overdosed. And I was like, holy shit, no fucking way. I thought I had been in a car accident. That's what I said, because, like I said, I'd been in other accidents before, so that's just, I don't know where my brain went. No recollection of overdosing. She's like, no, you overdosed. So I was like, fuck. No way. I looked down at my wrist because I thought I was going to be under arrest. Luckily, the state I was in, they don't press charges for overdosing. So luckily, no charges were filed at this point in my life, which I really could not use any more charges too. So that was pretty fucking lucky. But man, it was just like really subtle. And I want to talk about the way that felt, right? So it's hard for me to describe because I don't have a lot of memory, but I can tell you about my wife who found me. And when she walked in the room, she heard me first before she found me. I guess I was making these awful noises. They call it the death rattle, but I was trying to breathe, and I guess I couldn't get the oxygen in, so I was making those like terrible noises. I aspirated, so it means I spit up blood and mucus, because I couldn't get the oxygen in, and I was blue. And they say when you're blue, you're on death's door. So I was right there, man. My wife freaked out. She tried to hit me with some Narcan that we had in the house, but she didn't know how to do it, so she misfired it and it didn't work. But this is crazy. What ended up happening was it took fucking 6 Narcan to bring me back. And now a lot of that has to do with that I was on a lot of benzos too, so that was already, suppressing my respiratory system, and they had to kick off every last bit of fentanyl in order to bring me back. I'm pretty sure what I got was carfentanil too, because the shit, it was just too strong. There's no way. It was like one bag, and I was like, fucking gone. But so guys, 6 Narcan, and again, I didn't even come back until I was in the hospital. So that means they came, they found me, in the bathroom, hunched over, all fucked up, hit me with all these Narcan. So at least my heart started again and I was breathing, but I didn't come back to consciousness until I was in the hospital. So we're talking, 30 minutes later, right? That I was just totally unconscious. And the way it felt, though, this is the scary part, is it felt like nothing. There was nothing there. It was just gone. The last thing I remember is doing the shot, and then, like I said, waking up in the hospital. There's nothing there, nothing in between. I think my wife said the sink was running too at one point, so it looks like maybe I had went over and tried to like splash some water on my face because I knew I was like starting to go out. So, maybe I started to feel a little weak, I guess you could say. But other than that, like, there was no feeling of dying. Like, there was just nothing there, right? I would have just went, I would have been gone, and that would have been it. So, in my opinion, I think dying from a drug overdose is probably one of the worst ways you can die, because I think it kills the soul. I don't think your soul is able to leave the body when you overdose on drugs, specifically on opiates, because it just numbs you so much that I think it numbs the soul as well. And I thank God that every day, man, that I'm still here and I didn't die that day, because every day is a gift. And that's why I say on this channel a lot, man, every day is a gift. You need to be grateful for what you have, because first of all, you never know what the man next to you has been through. So, you might not have it as bad, as you think you do. So keep that in mind. But the way that it feels to overdose is it feels like nothing, man. You're just gone. You're just gone. It doesn't even feel good. There's nothing there. You're just fucking gone. So this is scary. This is a real thing. And unfortunately, I've had friends that didn't come back, right? The Narcan didn't work and they're gone forever. I think about them. I think about them a lot. So, if you've experienced loss in your life, somebody who's died from a drug overdose, I'm sorry, man. I'm here for you, honestly. Leave a comment, whatever, dude. I'm here to talk to anybody, seriously. But the way it feels is it feels like nothing. It feels just like you're gone. There's nothing there, man. There's no light in the tunnel. It's nothing like that. So it's not the way you want to go. So, at the end of the day, this is a warning, especially don't mix benzos and opiates, man. It's just a one-way trip to fucking death's door. But, even more so than that, the fentanyl and the shit these days is just so strong. Every time you get a bag, you're playing Russian roulette, man. You're taking a gamble with your life. And, you're worth more than that. I don't care, what shit you've done in the past, how bad of a person you think you are. I promise you're not as bad as you think you are. We all have potential. I believe in every single last one of you. So, hey, if you made it this far, man, thank you. To my subscribers, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider it, man. Hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, leave a comment. Till the next time, guys, stay up.